The sun rises, chasing away the shadow of night which encompasses the world. The little shadows that are left scurry and hide behind poles, trees, tables, and buildings to avoid the light until the sun sets again. Scientifically, a shadow is a region of darkness where light is blocked. A shadow occupies all the space behind an opaque object with light in front of it all. Beyond science, however, many myths and legends about shadows and their connection to evil demons or dark arts have echoed throughout history since man first saw light, then his shadow. Here now is a shadow story selected from the hundreds found in almost every culture. The shadow of the dissatisfied man.
There once was a man who had dreams of a rich life, with a palace, a beautiful wife, and everything he could ever wish for. One day, while he was walking through the village to work in the stables, he walked over a bridge he had walked over every day of his life. But this time, when he looked down the frozen creek below, he noticed his shadow stretching out large before him, surrounded by the stark white ice. He paused to admire and examine his shadow, and as he did so, he imagined it morphing into a silhouette of a rich man, as that's the only thing he had ever conjured in his mind. He shook himself from the dream and continued his journey to work. As he walked, however, he stopped and looked down again and saw his shadow. Thinking about how he had never seen his shadow in such a way before, he must be dealing with something new. After pondering for a moment, he looked straight at his shadow and said, "I am but a poor, unlucky man with great dreams. Shadow, you are my future. You will be everything I want to be. I vow that if I become exactly as I see you, I will give you everything that is mine." The man then chuckled and continued to his long day of work. At the end of the day, he then returned home. He was tired, dirty, and sad. After eating a small supper, he retired to bed and slept through the night.
An unattended shadow was thought by some milkers to be similar to that of a ghost, a flicker of a life unable to end for some reason.
The next morning, when the man awoke, he walked back along his same path towards work. But this time, when he got to the bridge, there was a beautiful woman standing upon it. She saw him at once and quickly rushed to him. When she reached where he had stopped in surprise, she kissed him and then stated, "Oh, wonderful husband, where have you been? I have missed you. Come quickly, your breakfast is getting cold." As she headed off across the bridge, he started to follow bewildered, but as he crossed, he looked down again and saw his shadow. Upon seeing this, he instantly knew this was real, and that the shadow had heard his vow and made all his wish come true. He hurriedly caught up to his new wife, and as he approached a beautiful large palace, she let him inside, and he knew that everything he had wanted, he was now getting. He was gifted a beautiful wife to be with, a large luxurious house to live in, and he was certain all his dreams were to come true. The man spent the rest of the day frolicking around his palace, chasing after his new wife until late into the evening, when they both retired to the house to sleep in the comfort of each other's arms.
It is certainly possible to create shadows that move faster than light. The motion of the shadow, however, is being caused by the motion of the object in the past, not the present.
The next morning, the man awoke in his new palace next to his beautiful wife. They made love, then enjoyed a wonderful breakfast together. During the meal, a messenger had come and delivered a message requesting that the man come visit the shogun for tea. He quickly left the palace and made his way to the tea house. As the man was crossing the bridge on his way for tea with the shogun, he noticed the shadow waiting for him on the other side. He walked across the bridge and stood at the base of the shadow, making it his own. As the man stood there, he noticed something about the shadow from him in place. The shadow was moving and soon started morphing. It grew bigger and bigger and bigger until it was a large shadow demon standing before him. The man could only stand and stare at the beast when it began to speak. "Man, I have given you everything you have wanted, and placed you in the life you had asked me for. Are you pleased?" "Yes, I am very pleased and very grateful," replied the man. "Good," replied the shadow demon. "I have come then to collect on your vow which you have made. I will take everything you have to offer." "No," replied the man. "I have only just received my beautiful wife and palace. Please do not take them away." "No, I have come to take your soul, being the only thing of value which you own, and the only thing that I have not given you." With that, the shadow demon devoured the man and took his soul with him to serve him in the shadow world forever.